So today's adventure is Fez, and we are here in the Kasbah. And we're just getting started. We're walking to the university. And right now we're walking through a market area. We sell most fruits and vegetables and meats, various things. It's a little crowded. These tiny little streets just seem to go on endlessly. We just got out of the food area and now we're into the garment district, it looks like. We're seeing some other things like gold and probably hats and coats and stuff like that. Here's purses. So each section must have its own specialty.
This is our sixth day in Morocco, I think, and we've done a lot. We've visited 3 cities, I think. Mohammedia. Then I've been to Casablanca, the Casablanca airport, of course. Ifrane. Oh, and I guess now Fez. So.
Today we're in Fez and we're in the Kasbah, which is the old section of town.
Yeah, so we're currently looking at all of these shops that they have. I tried a cookie. It was very good. I took a little piece, and then I got handed a bigger piece to try, so that was nice. Yeah, it has been a fun day so far, and I'm excited to see other stuff in Fez, and hopefully buy a lot of souvenirs.
Well, we've entered a spice shop. I think we're on our way to an upstairs where we can view the mosque.
I think he said that this is the pharmacy of the university.
Oh, okay. And it's also in a 1,200-year-old building, so it's an interesting place.
Yeah.
The pharmacy of the university. So medicinal herbs. 3 more narrow passageways here, and we came across this little thing. You have to be kind of short to go down that one. It's one way to get stuff around. So we're in one of the halls of the oldest university in the world. We saw a little bit of the mosque before, and now we're seeing another part of the same building. This was built in the 900s, and it was the first place where education came together all in one place. First place that could actually be considered a university. This is one of the rooms of the university, featuring a chandelier. I think it was originally used with candles, and it weighs 250 kilos, so over 500 pounds. It's made of bronze. And you have the carved, that's probably carved plaster. Very intricate patterns all the way around, and then the ceiling is done in carved wood. Quite an impressive place. So we're upstairs in the university, looking at what appears to have been dormitories. Little rooms that students and teachers stayed in.
This is a great view out there.
Great view out there. I think there's a little better view over here. You can actually see the tiles.
I'm going to show you guys something. I'm small enough to fit in here. This is the view of one of the rooms, and it's actually a pretty good view. And yeah, it's very low down, but still a nice view.
Rooms are very small, but if all you're going to do is sleep in it, I guess it works for that. And some of them do have very nice views of the marketplace below. Room was set up for 2 people, one in the bunk up above and one probably stayed down there.
And it doesn't have any ladder.
Doesn't have any ladder, so we don't know how they got up there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And is Jeff pointed out?
There's probably never. There's probably never a ladder.
These rooms all lock from the outside.
Oh, that's scary. Yeah, that's not very much.
We are on the 3rd story, and now the construction, instead of being mostly brick and plaster, is mostly wood. Kind of interesting that they decided to use more wood up here. I thought it was interesting that in the sweet shop here it's just covered with bees. There's bees all over everything. They don't seem to bother anybody though. This square is where most of the bronze and copper things are made, and they actually make this stuff here. If you look around, you can see people working directly on making the pots. Pretty cool to watch. We're heading back to the car. We've got about a 20-minute walk through the old Kasbah district, so we're seeing a lot more shops. Everything around here is spices, fruits and spices. And believe it or not, this isn't very crowded. It's worse in the morning, they say. These are small passageways that go back to houses where people live. Yes. We're getting into the upper part of the town now. There's a mosque. By going this way and not with the other group, I get to see the high end of the town, which is kind of cool. Except we've been walking uphill for about a half a mile now. But that's all right. Good exercise. There seem to be more restaurants and like convenience stores and things up in the upper part here. We've seen a lot of places to sit down. There's a pharmacy. Stop at the music shop here. There's drums and lutes, all kinds of things. One more doorway. Those are the back streets. We're on the main drag here. We just walked all the way up from the bottom. And a little bit further, I think we're all the way to the top. This is the main gate to the city. You said the city's named Babujlu?
Yeah, the entrance is called Babujlu.
Oh, that's the name of the entrance.
Yeah, Babujlu door.
Okay. Bab is door.
And they are closing it during the night.
So they close it every night. Do you know what time?
Near the midnight.
Near midnight. Okay. So we made it all the way to the top, and we're going out the top entrance. And the car should be here pretty nearby. One more look at the... Alright, we're leaving Fez, and we stopped for one last view of the city from high up above here. There's a cemetery, a very large cemetery. The old wall building over there is the Kasbah that we were walking around in today. We went all the way from the bottom to the top to get through our car. The main thoroughfare through the Kasbah is pretty straight, but once you get into the bottom, it turns into a labyrinth that you can easily get lost in. But it was great fun to see it today, and we were happy we came here. Hey, we're standing here, and Eamon's dad and brother here are explaining to me that we see the green roof on the building in the bottom there. That's where we were to begin with, and we walked all the way up here to the other end of the wall up there. It's a pretty long distance.